Sag, what's going on? It's your girl D here with 8th House Energy, here to do your silent enemy reading for the month of March. I hope all is well with you guys. I want to thank you who are already part of the community for being a part. Thank you for the energy you bring to the channel. For those of you who are new, please feel free to subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you'll know when I post. This is going to be a general read. Take what resonates, leave the rest. My contact information is in the box below the video. You will find a link to the extended there should you want to explore this reading a little bit more in depth. Silent Enemies reading is a reading here to help you pay attention to your intuition, to get more in tune with it, to get more comfortable with it, to use it, because you have one, whether you realize it or not. Your intuition rings to you most often when you are around people closest to you, friends, family, lover, co-worker, business partners, landlord, tenant, your kid's teacher, whomever. These people who are in your energy on a regular basis sometimes will trigger your intuition to go off. At that point, you are supposed to investigate. You're not supposed to brush off just because, oh, it's going off because of my mom, or oh, it's going off because of my kid, or my partner, or my landlord. If you keep getting these intuitive vibes, you're supposed to expect them, investigate, see if it's something that you need to pay attention to or you need to investigate further. If it's a false alarm, great. If it's not, then at least you're paying attention to your intuition. When it goes off, you're right on it, and therefore if there's something that's tragic that comes as a result, or that could come out of as a result, you're already on it to avoid that, right? So I have 3 cards here. I'm going to tell you about the energies I get off of each card. For some of you, multiple energies may resonate, but I'm going to read them separately for those of you who may only resonate with one. Okay, so the first card that comes out is the Page of Pentacles. It came out in reverse. The second card that came out is the Queen of Swords. The third card that came out was the Nine of Swords. Okay, so with this Page of Pentacle energy in reverse, for some of you, you're going through some changes right now with your child, or your child could be going through some difficulty in some way, shape, or form. They're having a hard time with something. You may want to check in with your children and see how they're doing. They could be having a difficult time in school. Okay, for those of you who have children in school, I feel like it's more so of the younger children. Some of you have age range. Some of you have kids in college, kids in high school, kids in grade school and elementary school. The kids that are in grade school and elementary school are the ones that may be having some difficulty adjusting, or may be going through some changes. You know, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, when it represents children, it represents a troubled child, somebody who could be having difficulty learning. Okay, or they could be bored with the learning that they are in. They could be just, you know, bored with what it is that they're learning in school, or, you know, it could be something a little bit more severe where they could be being bullied. They could be a bully. Okay, they could be causing trouble. Okay, it could be if there's trouble in the household because they are the youngest, they're the most sensitive to it. They may not know how to articulate and express their dis-ease or dislike about the energies between you and whomever, but they could be picking up on that as well. So just have a conversation with your kids, see what's going on with them. If this is not about a child, this could be somebody maybe having to spend some money in some way, shape, or form. There could be some additional expenses that could be coming up for your child in school, okay, that you may need to be aware of. If it's not about, like I said, if it's not about a child, this could be about financial situation here, a deficit, a temporary deficit, I do see, but yet it is a deficit all the same. So you may want to look at your finances and see what's going on. Some of you may not, there could be, your check might be short, is what I'm getting for some of you. You may have done, 10 hours of overtime, and maybe they didn't include that in your check. So you may have that type of situation going on, or there may be, okay, well, I'm supposed to get paid this amount. You may have received overpayment. That could be the case too. Or you may find out that you owe a little bit more than you thought. on a situation or a circumstance or whatever. So for example, maybe you were told, okay, you owe $1,000 and you're like, okay, I'll make arrangements to make it. However, some additional charges may come up and it may raise it up to, $1,200, something like that. There is an amount of an increase or amount that you're going to have to pay out, but it's not a whole lot, because it could be the King of Pentacles in reverse. That's a lot of money you have to pay out. That's something that you'd have to make payments on for a long period of time. I feel like with this Page of Pentacle energy here, you won't have to make payments on this for long if you do have to make payments, but somebody may have to make some payment arrangements. Others of you could have somebody coming towards you who may have some childhood issues when they were younger. And those childhood issues, or maybe you had some childhood issues and you could have somebody coming towards you who is reflecting that to you. Okay, something that may have been unresolved since childhood. It will show up in the form of, your intuition going off, you having conflict with this person, you not connecting with them, things being very difficult for you to. The Page of Pentacles in reverse represents difficulty. So for some of you, it could be difficulty dealing with someone, difficulty dealing with something, having a hard time coping. Okay, so I see that energy here too. This Queen of Swords energy will move to next. This is an energy here showing up in your silent enemies reading, because it could be that somebody is not accepting the reality of a situation. Somebody's not accepting the truth, that something is out of balance, it's unaligned, and it may be difficult for you to align things. These two could be related, where this could be the parent with the Queen of Wand energy, the Queen of Sword energy, or the king. It could be the King of Sword too, and this Page energy. So someone could be in denial about the troubles that their child is experiencing or going through. It could also be that with this Queen of Sword energy, this is a very logical energy, a very harsh energy. So it could be that somebody may not realize how harsh they're being on their child. That could be the case. It could also be maybe your child's in daycare, or you and the child's teacher have to work together with this child. And I feel like for some of you, you could, like I said, I just get a strong energy of someone being in denial about the seriousness of something going on with their child, or the seriousness or the difficulty of moving forward with something. This could also represent some type of documentation that could have to do with some type of payment that you may not have gotten, or you may have ignored, and that's why you may have a late payment, or you may have interest rate that you have to pay on something because you didn't pay it all up front. So there could have been some type of notification that you got, you may have ignored it, and that might be why you have to make some type of payments or try to play catch up. I get that for some of you too. If there's some paperwork that comes in that tells you that you owe something, you may want to work out payment arrangements as soon as possible, because it could be a situation where, I don't know if you've ever owed the IRS, but the interest rates on the IRS are the worst I've never seen an organization be able to, 1 month they charge you a lump sum of money, and if you have to make payment arrangements or you don't respond to them that very next month, that amount could almost double. If not, double, but it's at least, it increases about a third, if not a half. Like the IRS is no joke. So for some of you who have to pay back the IRS, make payment arrangements. Do what you can, because if you ignore them, the payments could be, a month from now, it'll be crazy. So that's what I'm getting to. So don't ignore any paperwork coming to you in reference to paying something or telling you have a deadline to meet. All right. Somebody could be coming towards you not being honest. It could be your children. They're not being honest about something. But this could also be a situation here. Sag, where's Libra? Libra is your 11th house. Libra's your 11th house. Scorpio's your 12th. So your 11th house, this could be your long-term plans, payment arrangements. I feel that strongly. Some type of notification, legal notification in reference to payment arrangements. That keeps coming up. Also, for some of you who are having issues paying rent, paying bills, paying your like gas and light, you may want to see if there's some type of government assistance that you might be able to participate in. With this Nine of Swords energy here, the third card here, this is showing up as a silent enemy because for some of you, you could be over analyzing something, or you're not paying attention to it. Like something, you may have ignored something. This is what I'm getting here. It's like you may have ignored something or put something off to the last minute, and now it's to the point where it's up front and in your face, and you really got to deal with it. Also, yeah, it's like if you ignore something or you keep putting something behind, it's gonna become overwhelming. You want to tackle something while it's like I feel like an energy of the snowball going down the hill, and as it goes down the hill, it accumulates more snow, and then it turns into a bigger and bigger snowball. I feel like that's the case for some of you who may be ignoring something. For some of you, it's about a payment of something, paying something. It could be student loans. All right, it definitely could be student loans. But yeah, I get strongly payment arrangements, making payment arrangements and making them on time. Um, where's Gemini for you? That's your opposite polarity. So that's your seventh house. Some of you could just be in denial about a relationship that you're in. It could be just very difficult to work through this relationship, or you could be going through some troubled times right now. So, you're going to have to, decide what you're going to do or how you're going to do things. Somebody around you could be very anxious and stressed about something. So if you're picking up energies, especially if it's your child, you may want to just check with them to see what's going on, see how they're feeling. But something could be stressing you out because your child is stressed out as well. Or it could be that you're stressed out and your child's picking up on your energies. I'm getting nightmares too for some of you. Some of you could be having nightmares. It might be difficult for you to sleep. Anxiety, sleep deprivation. Somebody's not getting enough rest. Okay? You definitely want to make sure you're getting enough rest. It could be, some of you could be working on something that's difficult for you to comprehend. It could be a class that you're taking. You're having problems in this classroom, or this course, or this project that you're working on. It's causing a lot of difficulty and it's very stressful. So for some of you, you could be in denial about that, or you may have underestimated how much work, time, and energy it's going to take you to fulfill whatever it is that you're trying to complete. Some of you may need to call for assistance in some way, shape, or form, or get some help, or tap into some alternative resources. Don't take on the energy of I can handle this, I can do this, because what's going to happen is I feel like for some of you, you may have been told in advance that you may need some help with this. And you may have taken it as a challenge, and more so in opposed to someone saying, hey, this could be overwhelming, call me if you need me. You could be taking it as in, oh, well, I can handle it, I don't need help. And then I see some of you getting overwhelmed, when in reality you do need help with the situation here. So don't be afraid to ask for help is what I'm getting here. Know when to cut your losses, know when to humble yourself, okay? Because I see that here with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody doesn't know humility and how to humble themselves and ask for help or ask for assistance. Somebody's refusing to ask for assistance because they're trying to maybe prove to someone that they don't need them. But in reality, they get themselves, in a worse situation than they would if they would have just humbled themselves and asked for help. Somebody needs to decide what it is that they want to do, because I feel like somebody's got a lot of thoughts and ideas about how they want to do things, but they need to make a solid decision and move forward. For some of you, you need to be careful. You could have someone coming towards you who's very disloyal and dishonest. They lie a lot. This person may not trust you. That could be why they're acting this way, why they're coming off as somebody who's untrustworthy. But I do feel like you need to watch your back. I feel like you need to watch what you tell people. I feel like you have someone disloyal around you that you cannot trust, somebody who may go back and repeat some things that you've said, or they may have already done it. So yeah, that's what I got for you here, Sag. So what I'm gonna do now, first of all, if this resonates with you or someone you know as is, please let me know in the comments. If you don't want to comment, that's okay. Leave an emoji. But if you're gonna comment, please comment on how it resonates with you or someone else. And don't forget to click that like button. Please click the like button. That helps with the algorithms with the channel. You know, I do appreciate you. If you can't subscribe, you know, or you choose not to, that's okay. But please click that like button. If you want to subscribe, you're welcome. You know, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Check out the community tab. There's a lot of information that I put up in reference to the planetary alignments, how they may be affecting you and those around you. You know, I encourage that you get comfortable and get familiar with your chart so that you are able to take a look at what's going on astrologically and, you know, look at how it may affect you or maybe the people that you're dealing with. It helps to give you a better grasp on things. You won't be able to 100% control things, but at least if you can get an idea of what you might expect, or when you see something, you'll recognize it for what it is. It will help you to be able to pivot, maneuver, go forward, go under. You know, you'll know which direction to take to overcome any obstacles that might come your way, or you'll have an idea of what you might need to do, and opposed to just being, you know, sideswiped with something. You know, astrology is a great tool once you know, begin to understand it, and you can use it to help you maneuver. But I'm going to go to the extended. The link's in the box below. So if you want to join and follow more on this, I'm going to pull 4 cards for each of these. And I'm going to pull some advice. So if it resonates and you want to check out more, feel free to follow. That link's in the box below. Also, the information for a personal reading is in the box below as well. All right, we're doing the 21-day detox. We're on day 18. We end on the 21st, which is the first day of spring, which is spring equinox, which is the first day of Aries season. So for those of you who have been working through that, congratulations to you. We're almost at the end. All right. For those of you who want to attempt it, feel free to do so. In the community tab, it'll tell you the things that we're staying away from. So with that being said, I'm going to head to the extended. Hopefully I'll see you there. If not, I'll see you in the next reading. Later, Sag.